Peace and grace to you, beloved. You are not here by accident. You were led, drawn in by something deeper than curiosity, something ancient, something sacred. Heaven is whispering, and your spirit is listening. This is not a coincidence. This moment has been marked for you. You may have felt it lately, a stirring, a strange pull, a sense that something beyond the surface is trying to reach you. And it is. Heaven is speaking to you now. There is a truth long buried, but not lost. A connection once lived, but not forgotten. You are being called into remembrance of a love that never died, of a soul that once chose you before time began. The message coming to you isn't just for your ears. It's for your heart, your spirit, your deeper knowing. You are about to receive something that may not make sense to the logical mind, but your soul will recognize it. If you're still here, you're ready. Ready to receive what was always meant for you. Ready to remember. Type, "I receive," in the comments to welcome this word into your life. Let the confirmation rise from within. Let the awakening begin. Angels say they loved you in a past life. And now, that memory is beginning to return. There is a soul you've known beyond this lifetime. A love that didn't end when the story paused. A connection so deep, it transcended time and space. And though your current self may not remember the details, your spirit does. It has never forgotten. Your dreams may have been giving you glimpses. A face you can't quite place. A presence you feel without reason. A love that aches, though no name is attached. Heaven wants you to know this isn't fantasy. This is remembrance. A sacred unveiling. There is someone who loved you before this life. They held your hand in another season. They walked beside you under different skies. And now, the time has come to remember. This connection didn't dissolve. It waited. It has lingered like a quiet whisper in your soul, patiently echoing through lifetimes. And now, the veil is lifting. Slowly, gently, divinely. You may have felt out of place in this world, as if something, or someone, is missing. That's not your imagination. That's your spirit recognizing a bond that still lives. You are not seeking something new. You are remembering something eternal. You've been walking through a season of confusion. Moments where you've questioned everything. Why relationships fall apart. Why nothing feels deep enough. Why certain people come close but never stay. There's been heartbreak, but it hasn't been wasted. What you felt as loss was actually divine preparation. The ache in your chest, the nights of restlessness, the emptiness after things end, these were not punishments. They were sacred setups. Heaven has been clearing the path for something far greater than your mind imagined. Perhaps you've felt alone lately, as if the world moves on without understanding your heart. But that depth within you, it's not meant to be wasted on shallow connection. Your spirit remembers what real love feels like, because you've lived it before. This is why ordinary relationships cannot hold you. This is why surface-level affection feels distant and cold. Because your soul knows the difference between temporary touch and eternal recognition. The pain you've carried has been part of a holy process. Not a mistake, but a message. Not rejection, but redirection. As it is written, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." Let that truth settle. Even what hurt you was aligning you. Heaven has been rearranging your life, piece by piece, moment by moment. It may have looked like loss. It may have felt like doors closing, people leaving, and silence filling spaces that used to echo with noise. But none of this was chaos. It was choreography. You didn't lose people by accident. You were cleared of what couldn't carry the weight of your destiny. You were pulled from the familiar so you could remember the eternal. God has been removing distractions, removing counterfeits, removing those who mirrored your loneliness but not your soul. Why? Because something sacred is returning, a bond that existed long before your current name. And for you to remember that love, everything misaligned had to fall away. You may not have understood it in the moment. Why certain doors shut. Why the timing always felt wrong. But now, slowly, it begins to make sense. This rearrangement isn't random. It's a sacred reset. An emptying to make space for remembrance. You are being prepared, heart, mind, and spirit, for the return of a soul that once called you home. The clearing is almost complete, and what's coming next won't be like what you lost. It will be something your spirit already knows. Lately, the signs have been increasing. Moments that make you pause. Dreams that linger longer than they should. Names repeating in your day. A strange urge to visit places you've never been, but feel like you belong. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. You might see a face in your dream, blurry, but familiar. You might hear a song and feel tears rise without knowing why. You might have moments of stillness where it feels like someone is near. Someone your mind can't place, but your heart recognizes. This is divine alignment. Your soul is tuning in to something it once knew. Something heaven is preparing to bring back into your life. The spiritual realm is not silent. It's speaking in symbols, nudges, and soft invitations. You are being guided, not by logic, but by remembrance. As it is written, "Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you." This isn't just about asking with words. It's your soul that's been seeking. And now, the door is beginning to open. Let yourself notice the signs. They are not fantasy. They are coordination. Heaven's way of reminding you that love you once had is finding its way back. You may have questioned yourself, wondered if you're too sensitive, too hopeful, too broken to ever be met with a love that feels like home. But the truth is, you are not too much. You are not asking for something impossible. You are remembering something sacred that hope you carry in quiet moments. It's not desperation. It's spiritual memory. You've loved before in ways this world struggles to explain. And now, heaven is preparing to restore what time never erased. You may feel doubt creeping in. Why hasn't it happened yet? Was it all in my imagination? Am I just holding on to a dream? Beloved, your heart is not lying to you. It's leading you. The delay was not denial. It was divine protection. You are not waiting to be chosen. You were already chosen before time began. As it is written, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." Let that settle. The wait is not wasted. The longing is not empty. Everything you've walked through has been shaping you for something eternal. And when it arrives, you will understand why it had to take this long. There is a soul walking this earth who has carried your name in their spirit. Even if they don't yet know why, they have felt the same longing, the same unexplainable ache, like something was missing, like no one ever quite fit, no matter how good things looked on the surface. They have loved you before, in another place, in another time, and now, even without memory, their soul is being stirred, just like yours. This person has not had an easy journey. They've walked through fire. They've lost, wept, waited and prayed, not for perfection, but for presence. For someone whose energy feels like coming home. They are being prepared, even now. Healed in the same quiet places where you have been healing. Rebuilt after heartbreak, just like you were. This connection is not built on fantasy. It's a covenant. A divine promise sealed long before this lifetime began. And though they may be a stranger to your eyes, your soul will know. It already does. The one who loved you in a past life is being drawn to you once more, not by chance, but by heaven's design. When they enter your life, it won't feel like meeting someone new. It will feel like remembering someone old. Not in the mind, but in the soul. There won't be panic. There won't be pressure. Instead, there will be peace. A deep calm in the center of your chest. As if your heart quietly whispers, "It's them." You won't need to force it. You won't need to chase it. Because what's divine doesn't need to be controlled. It simply flows. It fits. They may not match every image you imagined, but their energy will match your essence. Their presence will feel familiar, like a safe place you forgot you knew. You'll recognize them by the stillness, by the way your spirit exhales, by how the world feels quieter in their presence, even if they say nothing at all. As it is written, "And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus." That peace will be the sign, not the fireworks, not the fantasy, but the unshakable knowing that this was always meant to return. And when that moment comes, you will not need confirmation, because your soul will already remember. It's time to align your words with what your spirit already knows. There is power in agreement, power in declaring what heaven has already whispered. Speak this out loud. I am ready for the soul who remembers me. Say it slowly. Let it rise from your chest, not just your lips. Feel the truth of it sink in, because the moment you speak it, something shifts. Now type it in the comments. I am ready for the soul who remembers me, not just to participate, but to activate. Heaven responds to bold belief. And when you align your voice with your spirit, doors begin to open. This is not a ritual. This is remembrance. This is reclaiming what time tried to bury. Your voice is the key. Use it. The shift has already begun. You are not waiting for this love to find you. You are walking toward it, even now. Every healing choice, every release, every prayer whispered into the silence has moved you closer. This is not future tense. It is present motion. You are already in alignment. Heaven is not behind schedule. The timelines are being woven. Invisible threads are pulling the two of you nearer, even while your eyes may not yet see the crossing point. You've been positioned. They've been positioned. The path is being cleared of interference, of confusion, of false attachments. You may feel restless one moment and strangely peaceful the next. This is the tension of transition. What was is releasing. What is meant is arriving. You are not being teased by the universe. You are being trusted by heaven. So walk forward. Keep healing. Keep rising. Every step you take is not aimless. It's prophetic. Every tear you cried was not lost. It watered the soil for this reunion. There is movement now. In the spirit. In the timing. In the memory. You are not waiting. You are awakening. While you've been walking through your wilderness, they've been walking through theirs. The one your soul remembers. They haven't had it easy either. They've been searching in their own way, for something that feels like truth, like home, like you. They've looked into faces that didn't spark recognition. They've entered connections that fell apart without reason. They've felt that same ache, that quiet longing for someone they couldn't name, but couldn't forget. They've prayed too, not always with words, but with wounds. Their pain became a prayer. Their emptiness became a question. Is there someone who sees me as I am? And heaven heard them. They've grown tired of pretending. They've stopped settling for half-hearted love, because something in them kept whispering, "There's more. There's someone else." They're healing now, clearing their life of distractions, aligning their spirit with heaven's timing. And just like you, they're sensing something is shifting. They may not realize it yet, but they're being prepared, just as you have been. Their journey wasn't a delay. It was a preparation, so that when your paths cross, you'll meet not in brokenness, but in remembrance.